about a normal distribution. In previous lectures, we discussed about a binomial distribution and Poisson distribution, which are under the category of discrete probability distribution, but normal distribution is under the category of a continuous probability distribution. So, as in a previous lecture, we discussed about this one. If a random variable is a discrete random variable, then corresponding probability distribution is a discrete probability distribution. And if random variable is a continuous random variable, then corresponding probability distribution is a continuous probability distribution. So here we talk about a continuous random variable. So how we define the normal distribution? So if we write here normal distribution. So how we define the normal distribution? What is the definition of a normal distribution? So if we write here definition, a continuous random variable x is said to follow normal distribution with parameter mean, and notation for the mean here we use the mu, and variance this one is denoted by the sigma square. So a continuous random variable x is said to be a follow normal distribution with parameter mu and sigma square, and probability density function is defined as, what? fx equal 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e to power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square, where mu varies from minus infinite to infinite, and x also varies from minus infinite to infinite. So this one is a probability density function. So if this one is a probability density function, then here x is a what? X is a random variable. You may also write this one is a what? Probability of x equal x. Not you cannot define probability of x equal x, because in case of a continuous probability distribution, what will happen? Only we able to define the probability for a certain class interval. So fx equal 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e to power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square. Mu is a greater or equal to minus infinite, less or equal to infinite, and x is also a greater or equal to minus infinite and less or equal to infinite. Now first question is how we say this one is a probability density function. So to show any function is a probability density function or not, for this one there is a need to find out the sum of a probability. If the sum of a probability equals, then we say that function is a what? That function is a probability density function. Now first we show that this function is a what? This function is a probability density function. So for this one, if we able to prove that, if we prove that integrate means integrate minus infinite to infinite fx dx equal 1. Then we say that fx is a what? Fx is a probability density function. Now how we prove this one? Means how we find the value for this integration from minus infinite to infinite fx dx. So to prove this one, proof of this one. So if we prove that minus infinite to infinite fx dx equal to 1, then fx is probability density function. So how we prove this one? So to prove this one, minus infinite to infinite fx dx, here we find the value of integration. We find the value of integration of this one. So suppose this one is equal I. So I will integrate minus infinite to infinite fx dx. What is the value of fx? Here we write 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e to power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square dx. So 1 upon sigma root 2 pi, this was free from means x, this one is a constant. So this may be taken outside from this integration. So here to solve this integration, we assume that let x minus mu upon sigma equal z. So what is the value for dx? dx equals sigma dz. So if we write this one in form of a z, then this becomes I equal, there is no any change in a lower limit and upper limit. So 1 upon sigma root 2 pi, 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi, here there is no change in a lower limit and upper limit, minus infinite to infinite. Now this becomes e to power minus z square by 2 into, in place of a dx we write sigma dz, this one and this one cancel out. So this one equal what? This one equal 1 upon under root 2 pi integrate minus infinite to infinite, e to power minus z square by 2 dz. So to solve this integration here, what we assume? We assume that what? To solve this integration, again we assume that z square, now again let z square by 2 equal what? Z square by 2 equal t. Z square by 2 equal t. Then what will happen? Z square by 2 equal t, then this becomes twice z dz divided by 2 equal dt. Then if we simplify this one, dz equal dt by this 2 and this 2 cancel out. What is the value of z? The value of z become what? The value of z become dz dt upon z, and z can be written as what? 2t to power 1 by 2. 2t to power 1 by 2, because dt upon z and z can be written as 2t to power 1 by 2. So now if you put this one, then what is the change here? Minus infinite to infinite, there is no any change. So this can be written as I equal 1 upon under root 2 pi sigma root 2 pi, 1 upon under root 2 pi, and this become integrate minus infinite to infinite, and this become e to power minus t into 1 upon to the power 1 by 2 into t to power 1 by 2 dt. Now 2 to the power 1 by 2 and 2 to the power 1 by 2, this become what? 2. Under root 2 into under root 2, this become 2. So this become 1 upon 2 under root pi minus infinite to infinite t to power minus 1 by 2 e to power minus t dt. Now using the property of a definite integral, minus infinite to infinite can be converted into a 2 times of a 0 to infinite. So this can be written as 2 into 2 upon under root pi, and this becomes 0 to infinite t to power, if we write here, this one is a what? This one is a 1 by 2 minus 1. Minus 1 by 2 can be written as what? 1 by 2 minus 1. There is a specific reason why we write this in this form, because we try to express this integration in form of a gamma function. That's why here we write t to power 1 by 2 minus 1, t to power minus t dt. So this one is a what? This one is a, if we simplify this one, 2 and 2 cancel out. Now if we write here, what is the value for this one, this integration? So if we write here, so what is the value for I? I become what? I become 1 upon under root pi integrate 0 to infinite t to power 1 by 2 minus 1 t to power minus t dt. And by the definition of a gamma function, what is the value for this one? The value for this one is a under root pi, because gamma n equal integrate 0 to infinite t to power minus x t to power n minus 1 dx. Sorry, not here x to power n minus 1. If we write here in term of a what? In term of a t, we write t to power minus t to power minus t to power n minus 1 dt. So here we compare what is the value for n. The value for n is a 1 by 2. So what is the value for this one? Gamma 1 by divided by under root pi, and the value for gamma 1 by 2, all of us know that what is the value for gamma 1 by 2? This was the pi to power 1 by 2 divided by pi to power 1 by 2. What is the value for this one? The value for this one is a 1. So here we able to prove that minus infinite to infinite fx dx equal 1. So fx is a what? Fx is a probability density function. One another things, there is a need to means if we closely observe this expression I equal this one, I equal this one, this one, this one. So from here, if we try to write or try to draw the conclusion, so in terms of z, here what is the variable? Variable is x. And if we write z equal, here if we write a what? Analysis means remarks. We try to write the remark. So what is the first remark? If we write what? Z equal x minus mu upon sigma. X minus mu upon sigma. And here we define x over what? X is distributed over parameters what? Mu and sigma square. X is distributed over two parameters mu and sigma square. Then what is the probability density function? Fx equal 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e to power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square. But if we put z equal x minus mu, then what are the parameters? Means if we try to write the parameter in terms of a z. So what are the values? So if z equal x minus mu, so if we put x equal mu, then what is the value for z? So in other words, So again this one is a 0, but here if we try to write in terms of a mean and variance. So now if we try to write once again here, then this one is more clear. Means remark 1, if we write here, remark 1, if x is distributed over what? Mean, means the mean, and here mean and variance, mean and variance means x is defined over in notational form mu and sigma square, mean and variance. So here, and what is the fx? Fx equal 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e to power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square. This one is what? This one is a probability density function. But if we use this one is called normal variate basically. There is the importance of this variate. That's why here we try to explain this one. Z equal what? Z equal x minus mu upon sigma. X minus mu upon sigma. And here, then what is the fz? Fz become what? Fz become 1 upon under root 2 pi e to power minus 1 by 2 z square. If we closely observe this one is 1 upon under root 2 pi minus infinite to infinite e to power minus z square by 2 dz. And the value for this one, we have already shown that either the value for this one or the value for this integration, the value for this one is a 1. So this one is also a what? This one is also a probability density function, 1 upon twice this one. So, but what are the parameters? Here parameter is a mu and sigma square. So what is the mean of a z? If we try to write z, what is the mean of a z? Mean of a z equal expected value of a z. Expected value of a z here, expected value of x minus mu upon sigma. And what is the value for this one? Expected value for x minus expected value for mu, and this one is what? Expected value for sigma. So here, expected value for x is what? Mean. So this becomes mu minus mu upon expected value of sigma, and this one is again a constant. So what is the value? Value becomes sigma. So what is the variance? If we talk about second parameter is a variance. So what is the value for variance? Variance equal expected value for this one, variance of a z equal expected value for z square minus expected value for z whole square. Expected value for z whole square, as we define in a class of expectation in a previous lecture. So variance of a z, variance of any random variable equal expected value of a z square minus expected value of a z whole square. And expected value of a z is a what? 0. And so this become what? Minus 0. This one is expected value of z square. And expected value of z square, how we find the expected value of z square? If we try to write here expected value of z square, how we find the expected value of z square? So if we erase out this one, so now variance of a z, here we write the variance of a z, variance of a z equal expected value of z square, and this one become expected value of x minus mu upon sigma whole square. So this become what? This become expected value of x minus mu whole square divided by expected value of sigma square. So what is the value for this one? This one is nothing else by the definition of a variance. So this one is a mean. So if we talk about expected value for this one, x minus expected value of x whole square divided by this one is what? Sigma square. And what is the value for this one? The value for this one is again sigma square. So what is the value? Value become 1. So for the normal variate, Z is defined the parameter what? 0 and 1. Because mean become what? Mean becomes 0 and variance become 1. Then Fz become what? Fz become 1 upon under root 2 pi e to power minus z square by, this one is a what? This one is a probability density function. So this one is another definition in term of a standard normal variate, and z is a what? Z is a standard normal variate. This one is defined as z equal x minus mu upon sigma. So if z is a standard normal variate, then normal distribution can be defined as over a parameter 0 and 1, because mean is a 0 and variance is a 1, and probability density function is a 1 upon under root 2 pi e to power minus z square by 2, z square by twice, this one. So this one is a, means if we try to define the normal distribution in terms of a standard normal variate. Now we find a moment generating function